Welcome to my channel, and here I'm going to show you how you can draw the curve of interpenetration of a square prism that intersects a cone. And as you can see on the screen, this is the cone and this is the front elevation of the square prism. This is the front elevation of the cone, and this is the top view of the cone, and this is the top view of the square prism. So what we need to do first is to replicate what we are given here. Then we move on to do the other things so that we can get the curve of interpenetration of the square prism that intersect a cone, and also we need to also produce it in the plan. Okay, so what you need to do, as I said, is to replicate what you see here. So I want to ask that you should subscribe to this channel, put on notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you're notified, and help me to share my videos with your friends. Now, what I've done here now, as you can see on the screen, I've worked a little on the replication of the given view. So what I'm going to do now is to move on to complete it. But before that, let's talk about the dimensions that we have here. The diameter of the top view of the cone is 80 millimeters. So I've drawn a circle of radius 40 millimeters, and also I've produced the front view of the cone, as we have here, that from here to here is 85 millimeters. That is the height of the cone. And also the center of this square prism from the base of the cone is 35 millimeters, and the length of the square prism is 55 millimeters. And also the end view of the square prism, the length or side is 30 millimeters, which I've not done. So that's what I want to do right now. So let's see how we can do that. So what we just need to do is to move away a little bit and draw a vertical center line. So we draw a vertical center line from this end here. So make sure you give it enough space. So I will draw a vertical center line like this. Alright, so having drawn this vertical center line, so the next thing that we are going to do is to calculate the length or diagonal of the square prism, which I've done. So by the time we calculate the length or diagonal of the square, length or diagonal of the square, so the length of side is 30 millimeters. So length of diagonal is 42. Divide 42 by 2, that will give us 21. So I'm going to take a measurement of 21 millimeters on my ruler with my compass. 21 millimeters. Okay, so take 21 millimeters like this. Then so put at this point, so you make an arc here, an arc here, an arc here, and you make an arc up here. So we also do the same thing down here, because we also need it here. So make an arc here, 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 and also here. Alright, so then the next thing that we are going to do now is to join this point together, to form a square. Okay, I'll be doing it like this at the same time. So we join this together, and we also join this together. Then we come up here and join this together. Alright, so now, so for what we have done here now, so the next thing that we are going to do is to just come up here and draw just a short horizontal line. Here I will also draw a short horizontal line like this. Here also I need to draw a horizontal line here, and also I will also draw short horizontal line here. So what I want to do is to divide the side of the square into a number of equal parts. That's what I want to do. That's the purpose of the line that I do. So I'm just going to divide this into 4 equal parts. So just take 5 millimeters. So this is 5, 5, 5, and 5. Okay, so I will also do the same thing on this side. So this is 5 millimeters, 5, 5, 5. So I will also do the same thing down here. So I'm going to pause the video and do that. I'll come back later. All right, so I have divided the side into a number of equal parts, to 4 equal parts, both up here and down here, which I believe you can do, as you have seen me did it at the beginning. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do now is that we are going to number this part. So I'm going to number this as, this is 0, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and here we have 4. I will also do the same thing here. So this is 1, 2, 3, and here we have what we have 4. So here I'm going to reverse the numbering, in which this will be 4. So and this will be 0. So this is 0. So this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. Okay. So this is 3. So this is 3 here. So this is 2, and this is 1. So now, so for what we have done here, so the next thing that we are going to do is to draw a horizontal line from here. So I will draw a horizontal line from this point just to touch the circle, and I will come up here and draw a horizontal line from this point 0 here, just to make it to touch the circle. So I will also come up here and draw a horizontal line to, I'll just stop it on this surface, and I'll come up here and also draw a horizontal line just to touch this point on the elevation of the cone. Then I'm going to take a measurement of 55 millimeters as we are given in the question. So 55 millimeters, this is 55 millimeters here. So here I'm going to draw a vertical line. So I'll draw a vertical line. So on this vertical line, I'm going to draw it with make it a thick line. So just from here to here, and also from here to here. All right, so for what we have done here, so the next thing that I'm going to do is to make this line a thick line, just to bring out the given view. Okay, and also this line will be a thick line like this. This line also will be a thick line from here to here, and this line will be a thick line, so from here to here. All right, so with what we have done here, I'm going to make this line a thick line like this. Okay, so I'm then coming to this side. So this line from here to here will be a thick line, and from here to here will also be a thick line. Then the base also, I need to make it a thick line. Okay. All right, so also I need to work on this plan. I need to work on the plan. So I need to what I've done here is to make the top view to look like that of the front view, to make it uniform, to make it thick. But very important, you need to take note of this part, because if you look at this pipe up here, is this the base here, this part is covering it, so we cannot see the curved part around here. So that's why we have to make this we have to draw this with short dashes line, which I've done, if it's visible enough for you to see. Okay. Now, so we need to go on to produce the curve of interpenetration, both in the front view and also in the top view here. So what we need to do now is to from this point here, so let's start from this. So from here, so you draw a horizontal line and it goes across to the other side of the front view. So also I need to come here also and also draw a horizontal line to the other side. So I'll come up here and draw a horizontal line from here. So that is from 2, and I'll also draw from 1 here. Okay, then I'll come up here and draw a horizontal line from here. So I will also come up here, so draw a horizontal line from 2, also from 3. I will draw a horizontal line, then from 4 I will draw a horizontal line like this. Okay, so I'll come down here also, so draw a horizontal line just to touch the circle, or before that, just let me leave it. So what I'm going to do now is to repeat this numbering. So this is 0, so here is 1, here is 2, here is 3, and here is 4. Then here is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is two upper parts of the object, so which I believe you can see. So the next thing that I'm going to do here, all right, so we are going to take this radius from the center here. This is 4, so put the pinpoint at the midpoint here on this center line and also extend it to, so we are taking this radius from the center to this point on the cone like this. So bring it down here to the center here and draw a circle like this. So we draw a circle as I've said here. So we draw a circle like this. So which I believe you can see the circle. So the next thing that we are going to do is that, so this is horizontal line 4, and this circle 4 that we took a radius from here for 4, so it intersects the horizontal line 4 here at this point. So we take note of this point here. Okay, so the next thing is, so we take our compass and we come to 3 here, and we extend the compass to this point on the cone. So we take this radius like this and we come to the center here and draw a circle like this. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do here is to draw a horizontal line from 3. So don't forget that we have 3 up and we also have 3 down, so we draw a horizontal line from 3 here, okay, to meet the circle. And also we come down here, so we also do the same thing from here just to meet the circle. So they intersect at this point, so we have this point here and we also have the point here. Okay, so also, so we put it at 2 and we extend the compass to this point on the cone. Then we bring it down here and we draw a circle like this. Okay, so then we come and draw a horizontal line from 2 like this to make the circle 2. Then we also draw from here just to meet the circle here. All right, so here we have this point and we also have this point here. So the next thing that we are going to do is to put it at 1. So extend to this point on the cone, and then so we put at the center here and we draw a circle. All right, so then we draw a horizontal line from 1 to meet circle 1. We also draw a horizontal line from here to meet circle 1. So here we have, so this point, and we also have this point. All right, so then we take it to 0. So here we have this point, so put it at this center here and we draw circle 0 like this. Okay, so then we draw a horizontal line from 0 to meet circle 0 here. So it touches it here, and also, so we draw a circle, horizontal line to meet circle 0. So they intersect at this point, and they also intersect at this point. So all these point that we have gotten is for the curve that we are going to get up here to this point, to this 0 here, from 4 to 0. So that is for the upper part. So if we want to do it now, so we want to get the curve up here, let's do it one by one. So what I need to do now to get the curve up here, so I first of all come to 4 here. So by the time I draw a vertical line from this point here, it will touch this point. So I don't want to draw it, so I'll just take note of it. So I just take note of it here. So I don't want it to look rough. So that's the reason. So then if I come to the next one, which is 3, so this is 3. So this is the point on 3. So next is 2. So if I come for 2 here, so we have what? We have this point for 2. So this is the point for 2. Then if I come for 1, so 1 is, so this is where we have 1. So coming to, this is 1. Then if I come for 0, so 0, so this is 0. So that point, those points, so just take note of those points. So these are the points. So this is point 0 here, this is 1, this is 2, so this is 3, and this is 4 for upper parts. For upper parts, so those points for the upper part of the curve of interpenetration. Now, if we are to get that of the one from 0 down to this 4 here that we have under here, so what we need to do is to put the midpoint of our compass at 1 now. So, and then we extend it to this point on the front view of the cone. So put it at the center here, and we draw a circle. So here we do not need to draw horizontal line again. So we already have 1. So this is line 1 here. So just follow it, and we'll take note of where it intersects the circle that we just drew. That is circle 1. So to intersect here, then we also take it again. So put it at this point on 2 and extend it to this point on the cone. Then we put it at the center here, and we draw a circle again like this. So then 2, they intersect at this point. So they also intersect here. Okay, then for 3, so we put at this point, and then we extend to this point on the cone, and we draw a circle. Okay, so and for 3, they intersect at this point. They also intersect at this point. So then the last one is 4. So we put at this point, and we extend to this point on the cone. Okay, then we draw a circle. Okay, so 4, they intersect here. So those are the points in the plan. Okay, so let's get the point in the elevation. So for 1 that we just got now, so they intersect at this point. I don't want to draw a vertical line, so that's the reason. I don't want it to look rough. So for 2, so we have what? We have this point for 2, and for 3. So for 3, so we have this point, and for 4, so it's going to end at this point. So alright, so those are the points that we are going to join together to get the curve of interpenetration on the front view. So all I need to do now is to take my French curve to join this together. So with my French curve, I can join, okay. Okay, I'm looking for a perfect side or perfect curve. Okay. Alright, so coming down here, All right, so that's how the curve. So we are going to have a line here. So it's a square prism because of this corner. So we are going to have a thick line from here to here, like this. Okay, so now, so we come to the plan. So as I said that we are going to see, so for this upper part, we are going to see the curve up here. So in the plan, it will show. So we are going to see the curve. So being drawn, so we're going to make it thick in the plan. So as we have here, so from here, so we draw a line. Sorry, we draw a curve. Draw a curve and we'll make it with a thick. Also down here, so we also have the same thing here. All right, so and then, so for this part, so this will be hidden. We are not going to see it. That is down here, so we are not going to see it since we are looking at it from the top down. So this will be shown with short dashes line, and also on this side to be shown with short dashes line. All right, so that's what we have there. So also we need to make this line a thick line. So that's the upper part. We can see this line like this, and also the middle line. So we also see the middle line. So we see it like this, and this line also will also be made thick. All right, so that is how the plan and the front elevation will look for a square prism that intersects a cone. Thank you and keep on practicing.